Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we are embarking on a truly fascinating journey. Think about it. We spend every single second of our lives inside our bodies, yet most of us are completely unaware of the incredible, hidden mechanics operating just beneath our skin. Today, we're going to unpack some of the most mind-blowing, perfectly engineered, and frankly shocking biological secrets that keep you ticking. So get ready because you're about to see yourself in a completely different light.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've all experienced this, right? You spend a little too long in the bath or swimming in a pool, and your fingertips turn into absolute prunes. Well, for a really long time, people just assumed this was your skin passively absorbing water and swelling up. But it turns out it's actually a highly active, totally brilliant physiological response from your body. Scientists at a UK university actually conducted research on this, revealing that these wrinkles are a literal evolutionary advantage. It's like the treads on a car tire. You know how those treads channel water away to keep traction on a wet road? Your nervous system actively commands the blood vessels in your fingers to shrink. That creates these distinct folds, basically turning your hands into specialized aquatic gripping tools. It allowed our ancestors to safely gather food in wet conditions. So it's definitely not a mistake. It's a built-in survival mechanism.
Now here is another incredibly relatable one. Ever wondered why you get goosebumps? Whether you're watching a terrifying horror movie, standing in a freezing cold room, surrounded by incredibly loud noise, or even traveling at really high speeds, your body reacts with this sudden physical reflex. What's happening is your body is actually releasing a sudden surge of adrenaline. It's a primal stress response from back when we were covered in thick fur. The adrenaline would make our hair stand on end to make us look bigger and much scarier to predators, or simply to trap a layer of warm air. Now, take a quick look at your fingernails for me. Have you ever noticed those tiny white spots that sometimes pop up on them? Well, our bodies have an incredibly strong built-in communication system. These spots are essentially an early warning dashboard light. The connection between our internal systems and our outward appearance is so strong that when your body lacks crucial nutrients, specifically things like iron, calcium, or essential minerals, it immediately flags it right there on your fingertips. It's basically your body's way of saying, hey, we need a little maintenance down here before a more serious illness can take hold. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how rapidly our bodies change from the moment we're born. I'm going to rapid fire some wild developmental facts for you. First, a newborn baby enters the world with only about a single cup of blood in their entire body. Just one cup. Second, when those babies cry, they don't actually shed watery tears because their tear ducts haven't fully developed yet. And finally, while most of your body eventually stops growing, your nose and your ears never do. They continue to slowly grow from the day you're born until the day you die, which, if you think about it, is exactly why our facial structure seems to subtly shift as we age. Okay, this next fact is genuinely surprising. According to a landmark 1989 study published in the American Journal of Public Health, researchers actually noted a difference in lifespan between left-handed and right-handed people. They found that right-handed individuals live, on average, about 9 months longer. But why? Well, it's not genetics, it's environment. We live in a world that is fundamentally built for the right-handed majority. From power tools to heavy machinery, cars, and even everyday stuff like scissors, these objects pose a slightly higher hazard to lefties, leading to a statistically higher rate of accidents over a lifetime. Crazy, right? Uniquely you, exploring your senses. Let's talk about the unique ways you perceive and exist in the world, starting with the fact that your fingerprints aren't your only unique identifier. Did you know you actually have another completely unique identifier right inside your mouth? Yep, your tongue print has a pattern of bumps and ridges that is completely unique to you. Honestly, someday soon, biometric security might mean unlocking your phone with a quick scan of your tongue. But speaking of the tongue, it's time to bust a classic schoolroom myth. Remember those textbooks showing the sweet zone at the tip, the sour zones on the sides, and the bitter zone at the back? Completely false. Recent research confirms that every single part of your tongue has the ability to sense sweet, sour, salty, and spicy flavors simultaneously. And without it, tasting your food is literally impossible. Oh, and just for context, the average male tongue is about 3.3 inches long, while the average female tongue measures about 3.1 inches. And the differences between men and women extend to our vision too. Females generally have a distinct visual advantage when it comes to perceiving a wider spectrum of colors and identifying subtle shades. Conversely, males actually have a much higher rate of color blindness. And because of how the eye processes these inputs and stays lubricated, blinking rates differ as well. An average female blinks about 18 to 20 times per minute, while an average male blinks only about 11 to 12 times per minute.
Now, here is a really fascinating quirk about our senses when they power down for the night. A study conducted at Brown University tested what exactly would wake people from a deep slumber. When researchers shook the sleeping subjects, made loud noises, or shined bright lights into their eyes, boom, they woke up immediately. But when they placed incredibly strong, foul-smelling odors right under their noses, nothing. Absolutely no one woke up. Your sense of smell effectively just shuts off to allow you to rest. Brain and heart power, the master engines. We are now shifting our focus from our outward senses to the master engines driving the whole machine. Fun fact to kick this off, your brain actually continues to actively grow and develop until you reach the age of 40. And modern medical science has advanced to the point where, during certain extreme surgeries, the brain can literally be split in half and operated on without destroying the consciousness of the patient. Let's look closer. And this brilliantly illustrates just how demanding that control center is. Your brain accounts for a mere 2% of your total body weight. Yet, because it's the master commander processing literally every thought, movement, and vital function, it is exceptionally greedy for resources. It single-handedly consumes a staggering 30% of all the oxygen you breathe in. It's a tiny organ, but it has an unbelievably massive energetic footprint. Incredibly, 73% of that highly active brain is made entirely of water. So the crucial takeaway here is that hydration isn't just about quenching a dry throat, it is fundamental to your survival. If your body's water level drops by just 1% of your total body weight, your biological alarms go off, triggering severe thirst. To put that in perspective, for a 50-kilo person, losing less than 5 liters means instant distress. If that water loss hits 10%, it becomes rapidly fatal. Water is the literal operating fluid of your cognition. While we're on the topic of life-saving organs and water, here's a biological marvel that sounds made up, but it's true. If you were to place a pair of human lungs in a pool of water, they would float. Why? Because no matter how hard you exhale, trying to push every last drop of air out of your body, your lungs intentionally hold on to roughly 1 liter of what's called residual lung volume. This trapped oxygen keeps the delicate air sacs from collapsing, effectively turning your lungs into permanent built-in life preservers right inside your chest. Survival and body extremes. Let's ramp up the energy because we're now going to look at the sheer staggering volume of work your body accomplishes over a single lifetime. 30,000. Scientists have calculated that by the time an average healthy human reaches 70 years of age, they will have consumed approximately 30,000 kilograms of food. Just think about the mechanical processing, the digestion, the cellular conversion required to turn 30 tons of organic matter into the energy that powers your life. Your digestive system is an absolute powerhouse. Now, brace yourself for this next one. 2 million. A single mosquito absorbs only about 0.01 milliliters of your blood in one bite. So theoretically, to be completely drained of your blood by mosquitoes, you'd have to endure exactly 2 million mosquito bites. It's a morbid, yet super fascinating calculation that really highlights exactly how much fluid is continuously coursing through your veins at any given moment. And the daily feats of endurance are just as wild. Over an average lifetime, a person will walk about 160,000 kilometers. That is literally enough to circle the Earth 4 whole times. Walking for just 30 minutes a day keeps this incredible machine fit. Meanwhile, the strongest muscle by weight in your body is the masseter muscle in your jaw, which can exert enough force to lift 90 kilograms. And on a microscopic level, a simple 10-second kiss seamlessly swaps over 80 million good, healthy bacteria between two people, boosting both immune systems in an instant. Finally, we reach the ultimate engine of endurance, the human heart. From the moment you are in the womb until your very last second, it never stops, not for a single moment. It actually beats slightly faster in females than in males, and it works tirelessly to pump an unbelievable 9,000 liters of blood through your circulatory system every single day. The sheer mechanical power generated by your heart is so immense that, if exposed, it creates enough internal pressure to shoot blood a staggering 30 feet into the air. Just think about that immense power contained right inside your chest right now. It's absolutely breathtaking. So, given all these hidden superpowers, from your tread-like fingers to your 30-foot heart pressure, will you ever look at your own reflection the same way again? I didn't think so. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one.